Hello YouTube, it's Rob, Maxwells Grass Cutting Services based in the northeast. I hope everybody's well and having a great day. It's Friday and it's warm. It's 17 degrees in the northeast. It's absolutely beautiful, which is a contradiction, isn't it? Because the last few weeks has been horrific. We've had snow, rain and lost a lot of work. But that's the nature of the beast, being a gardener in the northeast over the sort of winter and early spring. Today's video: do I prefer regular work, regular garden maintenance over the one-off big ticket jobs, and which is more profitable? It's a question I get asked quite regular, and I'm going to answer it as honest as I can. I prefer regular maintenance work. Why is that? Well, during the gardening season, I know some people say it doesn't end, it's 12 months of the year. I understand, but most of your clients, your one-off self-employed gardeners, are really busy from the last 2 weeks in March, which is Monday coming, and all the way up to the end of October. I think we can all agree on that. And I call that the grass cutting and regular maintenance season, and that lasts 34 weeks. I start on Monday coming, and I'm full, and I'll be full all the way till the end of October. I usually full till the first week in November, but I'm taking a couple of days off so I can go to Soltex and have a little look round. So that's 34 weeks and I'm full. And I know week one, I have a fortnightly round. Week one, I know where I am at 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, bearing any sort of differences because of the weather. Now, I prefer that because I know at the end of the week, let's for argument's sake, say you get 200 quid a day, you know, you've got 1,000 quid a week, you know, you've got 34 grand over the gardening season, you get 6 grand over the winter, you've got 40 grand net, and then whatever your off takes are 10, 15 grand, there's your wages. I'm not saying that's my wages, but that's just summed up in what, 30 seconds. However, the big ticket jobs, yes, they're more profitable. And this week I'm working with Ian and we're doing a 5-day garden clearance, and it's been hard graft, but it's been very profitable. I'm not going to deny that. But it's hard on your machines, it's hard graft on yourself. And could I physically do that all the time at 54 years of age? Probably not. Would I want to do it? No. And it's quite stressful. Do you know, when you first start, day one, I thought, Christ almighty, I thought we've undershot this. We could be here a fortnight. And it's Friday afternoon now, it's about 1 o'clock. And I've just been to get rid of some of the waste, and I'm now on my way back. And we're going to have a long afternoon. And it's one of them jobs where you could spend 10 days on it, but we've priced for set amount of days, daily rate plus waste, and then Ian's going to pick up the regular maintenance every fortnight and improve it. The garden's never been touched since the 70s, and it's a beautiful big garden, but that's one-off ticket jobs, and it's been canny. Now, why do I avoid the one-off ticket jobs? And I'll tell you why. There's certain things you've got to do with them. You've got to go out and price and quote. And you need thick skin for that, I'll tell you. Because over the last 2 months, I've been out, I've had a bit of an advertising campaign, which people who follow the channel will know, doing winter tidy-ups and scarification work. Well, the scarification work's gone out the window because of the weather we've got, but I've still got loads to do. So as of Monday, I'll be working flat out, probably, I might even have to do 6 days a week, just to get all the scarification work I promised customers and price customers, get that done. And also there's a few other jobs, sort of 1-day tidy ups that I couldn't do because of the snow and the inclement weather we've had over the last 10 days. But I've knocked back a lot of work, a lot of one-off tidy ups, and the reason is it's just you cannot stomach it by yourself, and I don't want to take on staff. I've mentioned that before. But now I work in conjunction with Ian, who started his own business. I think my year will look like 34 weeks of the gardening season I'll work by myself, and then from November all the way to the following March, I'll work in conjunction with Ian, and we'll market, both of us will market heavily on garden tidy-ups, winter tidy-ups, and we'll come together and do them. Also, Ian's quite handy, so we're doing a bit of fencing work. We've been doing that, and we've got a couple of jobs booked in, which is nice. And it's nice to have a bit of company and work alongside someone. So that's where I see my sort of business going. You know, historically I've thought about getting gutter vacs, I've thought about getting patio cleaners, pressure washers, flat surface cleaners, But now I don't think it's necessary. I think there's enough money out there, enough work out there, just on gardening and hedge work, and I've turned down loads of hedges because again you just can't stomach them. And but when there's two of you, it makes not light work of it, but it makes it far easier. But the big ticket job during the gardening season, I don't take them. And the reason I don't take them is because I'm flat out with garden maintenance, and that's my choice. I like to know what I'm doing. I like to know that there's a regular income coming in there. I know a lot of people do 4 days, 1 day clear for the big ticket jobs, but there's a lot of work goes into the big ticket jobs that you don't see, and that's going out quoting. And I've quoted loads of work this year which I haven't got. I would say, and I don't think my prices are too high. I think people are just testing the water, see if they can save a few quid, and they're wasting time. In one day I went out a full day's quote, and I did 5 quotes. I did 2 hours at a church speaking to the people who run the church, and then I went home, wrote up a lovely quote, gave them that. I did a factory, I did a local hotel, and I spent a lot of time of effort, and there was others, and I got 1 out the 5. Fair enough. I'm happy about that. And they never even email back to say thanks very much for the quote. Really appreciate the time and effort you've spent. Nothing. And it annoys me. But you need thick skin in this game. And one guy I went out, the hedge was huge. It must have been 20-foot Leyland eye hedge, and it was about 40 foot long. And typical. He says, a guy used to come round and do it for 40 quid. He said, I've done it myself. It's 2 hours work. He said, I'm prepared to give you 40 quid cash. I says, me and you aren't on the same page, Bonnie lad. And I walked off. And he went, what's wrong with you, like? I says, what's wrong with me? I says, 40 quid. I said, you take the piss. And he just said, well, I could do it in 2 hours. I said, good luck, all the best. Walked off. I was fuming. And you just think, but you're going to get them, aren't you, when you're doing regular quotes to quote the big ticket jobs? Because there's a load of chances out there just want work done for nothing. And so that's why I prefer the regular maintenance, where you're secure that Mr. and Mrs. Cannybody are going to pay you because you've been going there years. And if they don't pay you, well, you're only going to get bumped for one visit, aren't you? Because you ain't going to go back. They haven't paid you before the last visit. That's the way I work it. So I prefer regular maintenance through the gardening season, but I'm going to do more one-off jobs from November to March 2024 with Ian, and he's going to price the jobs up for what he gets. I'll price the jobs up for what I get. The way we work it, I have my daily rate, Ian's daily rate, 10% for the business on top, plus the waste, and then I put the quote in. If they don't like it, they don't like it. But I get a good daily rate, Ian gets a good daily rate, 10% for the company, that's for your fuel, your diesel in your van, your strimmer line, all the consumables that we never even think about, and a little bit of profit. And then there's the waste as well, and waste is so expensive now. It used to be really cheap in the northeast. It's not now. It's more than double to get rid of a van load, and then you've got the travelling there and the travelling back, and this all needs to be taken into consideration. So in short, what would I do? I like to fill my books with regular maintenance. You know where you're at. And then if any of them customers say, can you do the hedge? I put it off until November. Can you wait till November? The birds are nesting at the moment and I'm really busy. And you know what? If it's not too horrendous, they'll wait. And then if we get a bit of a kind sort of autumn or a kind spring, there's plenty of things to go at. So that's what I do. I've learned loads this winter. Working with Ian, I've realised what we can do in a day, what we can do in 2 days. The hedges, it's far easier if you're cutting and one's cleaning. And yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it. And I hope that's answered the question. So I like regular maintenance, but I'm going to do one-off big ticket jobs over the winter. Now, I want to clarify something. I did a video, first short I've ever done earlier in the week. It was snowing in the northeast. We're on this big garden clean up. There's nobody at home, and I mowed a couple of stretches on the lawn in the snow. I used Ian's 18-inch Honda Izzy self-propelled. He started his company. He wanted to know what sort of mower I would advise him. He's like that. He doesn't like spending money. So I said that would be a good starter mower. And that's what he bought. The abuse I got. So unprofessional. I can't believe you're mowing lawns and charging people when it's got snow on the ground. Do you really think that I would charge Mr. and Mrs. Cannibody for doing that? Could nobody see? Well, people could, that it was a joke. And do you know what? If you can't see that that was a bit of humour, and people say, so unprofessional, what happened if, even if it was a joke, what happened if people seen you? Well, if they can't see that we're having a bit of fun, trying to make the best of a bad situation, because it's freezing cold. I think it was -3 that morning. And it quickly warmed up, though. We did get the lawn cut in the afternoon, and it did a lovely job. But you don't watch the channel. Go somewhere else. My God, the messages of abuse I got, it was incredible. But there you go. Unbelievable. I hope everybody could see and knows me. I would never rip anybody off. I was just having a bit of a laugh. And I thought I was having a laugh, but there you go. But so that's that. I was having a laugh. I wasn't cutting grass in the snow. And yes, I like to get me 17 cuts in. But if you cannot get them in, you cannot get them in. It's the nature of the beast, isn't it? There we go. Anyway, that's put to bed. That's put to bed. So that's me for today, all right? I'm going to do loads of content coming up. The garden season starts on Monday. Looking forward to it. And I say the regular grass cutting season, it's 18 and 17 degrees on the dash today. So that means the green gold's growing, the green gold's drying out, and we can get the mowers out on Monday. And I'm sure, well, I've done a little bit of grass work already, you know, but the regular customers, we hit the ground on running. I wish everybody who watches the channel a great season. I've had loads of messages and people saying, can you give us a ring? Can you give us an email regarding this? I've been up to there this week and I apologise I haven't done that. I will get back to you. I always get back to everybody. And just give me a few days, all right? So that's it for today. Take care. Good luck for the season. And I hope everybody has a successful season stress-free. All the best now. Remember, when the green gold's growing, keep mowing. It's growing now. All the best now. Take care.